Hello, I'm Antonio with Express Wheel Repair. We have a face bend and a back bend. I'm going to overlay the clip so that you guys can also see. I wanted to show you guys the process of getting a face bend and a back bend out, just so you guys know what happens when you guys send in your wheels. Okay, so this is the wheel setup. We're going to be putting the wheel on, mounting it, these little cones. So start by, it's always a little difficult. I don't know why. But then you would pretty much grab this, get it tied on there. Okay, and then you would get this big guy, get this guy on here, get your hammer. All right, so here's the wheel for you guys. See right here, it's a pretty bad bend. So what we usually do when we have a face bend, if you guys are sending in a face bend and wondering what the process looks like, usually that would involve a large degree of heat. For this wheel specifically, the customer said they don't want it repainted, but our usual process would be to do that, strip it, powder coat, or repaint the area that's affected. So you guys are going to see some damage and you're going to be like, hey, what the heck? My grandpa could do a better job and not make it look bad. But that's only because he doesn't want it repainted, which is okay. That is absolutely okay. He just wants the wheel to drive and work. So we aren't doing all the extra stuff. So you'll see the final product and be like, there's damage here, here, and here. We can't avoid it. We have to heat it. It's better than it cracking and us having to weld it. Then the customer has a huge weld mark where he wanted no mark. So I'm going to have to set down the mic. I'm going to take care of the back bend as well. So I'm going to give a check and make sure that this back it's bent, of course. Of course it's bent. Let's see how badly bent. Yeah, we got some hop. It looks like that's within 40, I think. I believe that's within 40. It's not terrible. I can take care of it. All right, and like I was saying, we have a pretty bad back bend. Our gimbal died, so now it's going to be a little shaky, but that's okay. That is perfectly fine. We have a little back bend. It's not too bad of a hop. The last wheel, there was another wheel of this same wheel. It had a pretty bad back bend and a pretty bad face bend. This one just has a pretty bad face bend. So it's going to be a little easier. I can display what I really wanted to display was this and show you the process of how that goes. Hello, we're back. We have this segment right here. Now, what are we going to do about that? We want to heat up the back of the spokes right here, back here, right over this lip right here, not the lip itself. But right back here in this little groove, you kind of can see it right here. This little groove back here, and on these two spokes, that releases a lot of that pressure that's holding this down. Because metal, specifically wheels that are circular, love when they get that pressure and stress relieved, which is exactly what's happening right here. So it does not want to let this go. If we touch it, it wants to crack. But if we can heat it up, which relieves the pressure more, it'll let it kind of just relax into place. Not really relax into place. You have to hit it a lot to get it to stress out less, which is not how we work. You know, we work by just being in a common environment. Metal loves this. So the wheel is okay if you're wondering. right, guys. So as you can see right here, there's still quite the bend. Not terrible, and it's a lot better than what it was. We're not sending it out like this. I'm just gonna reheat it, but I just wanted to let you guys know. You guys will see damage right here, as I disclaimed. But you know, people have a short attention span, and with the short attention span comes less memory. So just to remind you guys, you will see damage here. You can comment about it and let me know, you know, but the damage is there because I heated it up and I'm hitting it with the infamous lead hammer, which is supposed to help not damage the metal, but it can't guarantee anything against the paint. So when you heat it up, paint gets loose, and you start hitting it with the lead hammer, it's going to start chipping and peeling in very weird and ugly ways. And so just to disclaim again, I'm not trying to hurt this wheel, but it is going to get hurt in the process. This is a pretty bad bend. Just to get it fixed would be perfect for the customer, perfect for us to know that he can drive on this wheel again, just perfect for everyone involved. So, you know, just to remind you guys, but I'm heating it up again. All right, you guys, we got the wheel done. It is at 20 to 22, so it's measuring with 22. It's good. The wheel is good. I would have gotten it. I wanted to get it better, but with the face, you don't want to do too much. You can cause a lot of damage that the customer does not want. So, you know, we're not gonna keep doing that. We could have a crack on one of these parts. You could see the damage I was talking about to the paint. That's just from heating it up and then smacking it. You know, it's gonna cause some sort of paint damage, and you might be saying, well, why not lift it up like you did on the back? We have an attachment for it, but it doesn't work as good, and it leaves weird indentations, which is worse than leaving bad paint. So we're gonna leave it as so. If you see it spin, you might see a few hops here and there, maybe not. I have an eye for it, but maybe you do too. You might see a few hops. That's okay. That's normal. That's because it's within 20 and not within 10. But I could not push it any more than I did. And on the back, within about roughly 15ths of an inch, it's not too bad. It has, if you saw, I don't know if you saw in the time lapse, I was using this little piece up right here in this little corner. I want to be careful with that. That can also cause cracking, and we do not need this customer finding out that his wheel needed welded on the back. So we left it as such. It'll do fine. It looks a lot better. Looks wonderful. That's what we're going for. So we're going to get this washed up and then sent out, and the customer is going to be hopefully very happy. All right, you guys. Thank you for watching. This is Express Wheel Repair. As you can see right here, we have a bunch. You know, we're happy that you guys are watching. If you guys are interested, you can always reach out. We have multiple different numbers. We have numbers right here, you know, but we can display it on screen so you guys can give a call. Like I said before in another video that we do take shipments and ship them back out. So if you guys are out of state, you guys are like, dang, can't go here. You don't have to. You can send out your wheels. We'll gladly take them, help you out. So reach out if you need any help, any concerns, any just questions. You know, if you guys aren't too sure, if you guys are far and don't want to ship it, you guys can always ask questions and we'll be willing to help you out. Thank you guys for watching.